To further celebrate Barry's career in design, there are many other games that he's designed that are incorporated into this game, Barry's game. I'm going to go into a list of those shout-outs now. The first game I want to mention from Barry's career is Space Shuttle, because Space Shuttle was the first game that I ever played in my pinball life. Space Shuttle and its sequel, Space Station, have a number of shout-outs in this game. First of all, the lock locations on the left and right. We have Spelling Barbecue Pit, just like Spelling Shuttle. We have the Change Barbecue Pit Award, another shout out to Space Shuttle and Space Station. We also have the sweepable drop targets here. Both Space Shuttle and Space Station have those and offer similar awards. However, these sweepable drop targets offer additional awards, which we'll get into as you can investigate completing each one. Also, in Space Shuttle, multi-ball can either be 2 balls or 3 balls. That's your choice. So you can lock either 1 ball or both balls before you go into the top saucer here to start your multi-ball. It is worth it to lock 3 balls in Barry's Barbecue Challenge. I invite you to go for it and risk it. You will be rewarded. One thing you're going to notice about the fire round is that the fire round is a stop and score. Yes, the stop and score from Space Shuttle and Space Station. That was very important for Barry and I in our discussions, that the stop and score was incorporated in this game. In Space Shuttle, the stop and score is a valuable award that is done while you're playing multi-ball, in that you can recollect the hurry up over and over. We noticed that people were taking advantage of that in Space Shuttle, but not as much in Space Station. So we wanted to make sure that in this game, the stop and score is a pertinent thing to be taken advantage of as part of the rules. So when you're doing your stop and score round, try to time it to get as close to the maximum value as you can, because it adds to the value of your recipe, and your recipe value is one of the most important things in scoring on this game. The next game I want to mention is Baraka. If you notice the top lanes, there are stacked top lanes. Baraka has 2 rows of 3. This actually has 2 rows of 4 lanes. So a little bit tougher to do, but it operates in a similar mechanic as Baraka, except completely backwards. So just reverse your thinking and how you've done Baraka, and you'll be able to do this round as well. It's just as difficult. One reason why I like having this in the game is because it's challenging for me too. I can't do it well either. It's very tough. It scrambles my brain. So it's another reason why I enjoy having this in here. And I am very interested to see how players handle this feature as well. If you remember with Baraka, completing both sets of lanes lights the collect bonus. Here I'm offering a collect bonus and also a challenge bonus. The collect bonus is based off the base bonus you're familiar with. The challenge bonus is based on the car modes and how many you've done. So 2 ways to take advantage of a bonus that is being carried on throughout the game. Bram Stoker's Dracula also gets a couple of mentions in this game. Some of you may notice the position of the ramps and the spot targets are in a similar position in Dracula. Also, there is a secret round in this, a grill malfunction round. When you are pushing your grills too hard and they're heating up too much and you're really using them, your grills will break down. In order to bring them back to life, you have to go back into the bumpers and hit them a number of times in order to bring them back and claim a hurry up bonus that's counting down, similar to the bats round on Bram Stoker's Dracula. The next game I want to mention is Phoenix, the first game Barry Oursler designed. Phoenix is mentioned in the back glass on the grill is called the Iron Phoenix. Also in the middle, you see the Iron Phoenix represented here in the middle of the art. Also another subtle inclusion, the fixed grill targets in the bumper garden are in a similar position as Phoenix. Next is HarleyDavidson. A quick shout out to HarleyDavidson. We have the Slingshot Plastics, have Barry and the pig riding bikes. There's also a mode called Bike Night, where if you complete Bike Night, the power-up is named Live to Ride for that reason. For the next game, I want to have you look at the right ramp inserts. You'll notice they're counting up playfield scoring in half-X increments. What other game from Barry's career does that? It's Doctor Who. That's right, it is the Doctor Who playfield X ramp that gets the shout out right here on the right ramp. The Playful X on this game is always watching. So the Playful X affects all scores that are paid to you. So that's one of the things you can use to help you come back from any deficit. Always remember the Playful X. Another representation from Doctor Who is how one of the power-ups actually affects completing the barbecue pit targets. You can get a helper, which allows you to hit one target and spot you an extra one for free, just like Doctor Number 1 on Doctor Who. Also, Doctor 4 does that. So if you can get that power up, it can really help you complete barbecue pit awards. Also, you can affect the Playful X in a couple of ways. There is a power up on the game which allows you to shoot the right ramp and skip 2 levels of Playful X and not 1, just like Doctor 6 on Doctor Who. And there's also a power up which allows the Playful X to last longer on the way down. Now we have shout outs to Comet and Cyclone. On Comet and Cyclone, if you complete the top lanes here, on both games you get some sort of playfield enhancement. On Comet, it's based on what ball you're on, whether it's 2x, 3x, or 5x, and Comet also has the 4 top lanes. Cyclone does a similar thing because you complete the top lanes and it gives you a 2x playfield. Well, this does a similar thing too, as what we've done is completing the boss lanes, the harder lanes, which is the top one. The boss lanes gives you the assist on the Playfield X ramp. So it is the boss lanes that help you get up this Playfield X faster. If you remember from Doctor Who, skipping up more than 1x per shot, it's the boss lanes that will give you the power to do that. Another game I want to mention is Jackbot, one of my favorite multi-balls in pinball. If you notice when you play the Pitmaster multi-ball, notice the progression of scoring up the ladder of jackpots. It's similar to how Jackbot increases the scoring. Remember in Jackbot, you start at 50 million and then you go 75 million, 100 million, all the way up the ladder. The difference between Jackbot and Barry Oursler's Barbecue Challenge is that first number is whatever you bring to the table. It is that number that is in the mini LCD screen that says multi-ball jackpot. So it is up to you to figure out how much you want to risk it. How much do you want to press your luck? How much bigger do you want to make that number before you start the multi-ball? Because the game will show you the result of your risking. It will show all the numbers that you can get on your journey to the top to become the next pitmaster. One game that's a little bit more obvious that's in this game is fire. Why is it obvious? Because you can see right on the in lanes, out lanes, it spells fire. And also on the orbits, there is a fire insert. Spelling fire will start a hurry up to allow you to shoot either of the orbits and add to the value of your recipe if you put out the fire quickly enough. If you fail to do that, you lose recipe value because you've just burnt your food.